This is what the industry is gearing toward right now as a whole, and esports is feeling it, and it's influencing so many factors, right? I mean, when you think about like how Kickstarter has influenced the video game industry, crowdfunding in general, it's ridiculous. People are like, this is what I want in my video game now, and I hope that you can give it to me. And back then, developers were like, we're creating this awesome thing for you. Here's this platter. Here's this giant chicken that you can eat, and it's the best made chicken ever. And it's like, nah, man, I want it with barbecue sauce. You know what I mean? And that's kind of
that's with anything. Like, I mean, especially before we had centralized communities on the web or social media to be able to collect everyone's voice, game developers had to be ivory towers, right? They had to be, we present this information, you can come to us for this. But that's not the case anymore. And I almost think it's, in a weird sort of way, a detriment for developers that react so quickly to their community fan bases, because a lot of times the community thinks they want something, but they don't understand the implications of what that means to get put in. Sure. Exactly. So now you have a lot of reactive developers that are putting in everything that their community asks for. That's now an expectation from a lot of players. So when they don't see that from Blizzard, they get mad. They think, why aren't you putting X feature in the game? Why aren't you making X balance change? How do you think Blizzard has to respond and kind of walk that line between pacifying their community that is very vocal and just providing a good game?
I think they've been doing a really good job with StarCraft 2. Like, they've been doing this kind of weekly or bi-weekly, if they're busy, updates where they just, their head devs will kind of just say, hey, here's what we're thinking. And people have discourse about it. And certainly you're still going to get the hyperbolic people that are like, you know, like tearing their hair out, like, oh my God, this is the worst change ever. But what is cool is that changing of the tide where they are talking to people. And actually, I think for the most part, and Katz can attest to this or disagree, but it's like, I've actually felt kind of a more communal like acceptance and happiness with it, which is really weird to say because StarCraft as a fan base and as a player base suffers from like seasonal disorders. Anytime around the international and stuff like that, we all like put our black cowls on and we like hover through the night. We're like, oh God, we're all dying. Like it's really bad.
Hey, listen, it's every community, man. I can speak for a lot of them. Everyone's like cowering in fear.
$30 million, you know, like it's just really bad. But lately, because they have been so attentive to the community, I think people are feeling not forgotten and loved, and it's been really nice. So it's kind of a lame answer to your question, but to be like, actually, they're doing a great job, said Mr. PR from Blizzard, Jeff. You know, like,
thank you very much, Jeff.
I think they are doing a good job.
Your check's in the mail, buddy.
Yeah. No, I understand.
Got the Overwatch beta, so.
But no, that's a reasonable perspective because you do have a lot of people that are very, very knee-jerk to every single word that comes out of Blizzard because they expect constant communication and things like that.